ID and 1160 WCCS. Every month we get a chance to catch up with our friends from Penn's Manor, elementary and high school. And elementary principal Dave Grimaldi joins us this morning. Morning, Dave.
Good morning, Todd. How you doing this morning?
Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, the Community Innovation Zone grants, that's something Penn's Manor Elementary is applying for. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we're pursuing the grant. One of our targets with this grant through the State Department of Education is to target 3-year-olds. And that may seem very young to you, but what we're seeing at the elementary level is by age 5, when kids are getting into kindergarten, there are huge discrepancies in what they know, huge gaps. So our goal is to close that gap and have kids on level by the time they're in kindergarten. So in order to do that, we have a 4-year-old program at Penn's Manor. We're fortunate. But our goal now is to start targeting 3-year-olds. And how we're going to do that is we're going to work in collaboration with some of the daycares in our district, also work with Head Start and Evergreen Boys and Girls Club to reach some of the 3-year-olds that are out there and may not be getting the education they need at that level.
So this will help you to identify what problem areas are there before they become problem areas.
Right. It gives us basically 2 extra years before those students come into kindergarten to get them ready for kindergarten. You know, back in the day when I was in kindergarten, it was about big wooden trucks and taking a nap every day. And, you know, no longer is education like that. Kids are expected to, you know, know their alphabet, know their numbers, and start reading in kindergarten. So it's challenging. It really is.
These 3 guys that you have with you from the high school, they're nodding their heads. They like the trucks.
They like the trucks.
And the nap. Yeah, and the little box of sun-kissed raisins or one of those sun-made raisins. They just love those things. But it's very important that students get off on that very first step in the correct way, and because that's going to really affect them. I don't think people realize how much of a domino effect there is in education.
It is. It truly is. I mean, those first 5 years of a student's life are huge. That's where most of your learning takes place. And, you know, if you look at Governor Wolf's proposed budget, a big chunk of that budget is proposed for early childhood education. So that's where we're looking to improve.
All right, so that's the elementary school, and high school principal Michelle Dolges is with us this morning as well. And you brought 3 guys with you.
I did. I brought 3 guys. I brought Brody Hollowell, Sean Schaefer, and Brandon Robinson with me, and they are a part of our school's Bots IQ robot team, and they have their competition coming up in April. So they're going to explain a little bit about their robot and what they have to do to prepare for it.
The Bots IQ. Morning, fellas. So listeners can identify who's speaking. If you could just let people hear your voice and tell us who you are.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Brody.
I'm Sean.
All right, fellas. So the Bots IQ, you've been working on your robot, haven't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
We've been using AutoCAD to draw up the frame and weapon so far, so we can send it to ICTC for them to machine it.
Uh-huh.
We have a block of titanium we're machining for our weapon because it's how much stronger than steel is it?
It's around as strong, if not a little bit stronger than steel. But the
But
main
it
factor
weighs
in
less.
it is it's 40% lighter than steel.
Oh, so it's stronger and yet lighter than steel,
Yes.
which gives more mobility to your
And
robot.
it gives us more flexibility because there is a weight limit, and our robot cannot go over 15 pounds. So we have to keep it under that. So with the lighter weapon but stronger, we have more room to work within the frame of the robot.
Okay, and so the competition actually involves your robot doing what, sort of a battle with
Yes.
robots from other schools?
We get put into I think it's
10 by 10 plexiglass.
Yeah.
arena.
plexiglass arena, and we are set on one side in a blue square and the other in a red square. And when the ref tells us to go, we fight out, and there are multiple ways to win, but ultimately it's whoever's still moving around in circles by the end of the
Last bot standing.
Yeah.
Huh?
yeah. And the match lasts around 3 minutes.
Okay, so you have a 3-minute round. You're controlling the bots by remote control?
Yes.
We
Plus
have an
real-time-
Arduino board which allows us to use Bluetooth technology, which is compatible with the PS3 remote.
Mm-hmm.
And most other schools only can use
Little airplane
RC controllers for like airplanes or model cars.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Is this a club activity, or does it come out of an actual classroom?
It's actually both.
Oh, it's both.
Yes.
So the robotics class that you take within the high school, tell me about the class. Who's the teacher, and how does it line up? How do you do it?
our teacher is Mr. Lowry, and over the time that we've started this class, the class is designed as a program to help you learn how to document your work. It allows you to experience some kind of engineering and gives you a taste of the manufacturing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's meant to help expose you to different kinds of things while giving you more experience.
Yeah,
Just overall.
we talk about STEM education. This really is STEM education.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Science and technology and engineering and math and all of those things come together to make a robot. And this seems like real practical knowledge to take into a college setting or into the work field as well.
Yes.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're having fun with it. Now, do you compete with others within the school in order to get the honor of going to the inter-school competition?
Well, we don't have many other teams come out. I don't believe our school has any other actual Bots IQ teams to compete with. So we stepped up, and those of us who were willing to actually put in the work to make us have a successful and working and actually a really good bot, we've all come together, and I think we have a good chance of doing really well this year.
Terrific. It sounds like it's a fun program, number one, but you'll learn a lot doing it as well. Sounds like a good plan to me.
Yeah.
We'll also have videos of our competition up on our school website after competition.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that'll be fun. Now, tell me the wins and the wheres. The wins and the wheres of the competition.
The competition is at Cal U on April 25th,
24th and 25th.
24th and 25th.
Oh, so this is going to be this is not like a county-wide competition. This is
No,
regional.
this is-
Yeah.
This is regional. And then from there, do you go on to a state competition or
Not sure.
some other level?
I'm not
I
sure.
believe yes.
Well, you might as well. You might as well just go win it.
Yeah.
You're Penn's Manor after all.
We'll be going to Cal U, and then if we do good enough, we will compete statewide.
Terrific. Michelle, come on over and grab a microphone here, will you? This is a real example of where education is heading in this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah, I think this is a great. It's a great program that Mr. Lowry has going. It gives the students the chance to learn. They learn the computer program, but it also gives them the chance to have the hands-on activity of actually manufacturing the robot, and then the competition end of it. So the kids put in a lot of hours, and I know they stay after school and work on the robot, and they're dedicated to it. So I hope their efforts pay off for them.
Yeah. Well, it'll pay off just in the fact of what they're learning of all of this, and maybe get them a career direction as well.
They're very fortunate to have partnered with ICTC this year. That they design a lot of the parts, and then ICTC has been machining it for them.
Yeah. Well, keep McCracken and the crew down there at ICTC. They'll work with you well.
Absolutely.
Terrific. Guys, thanks for coming in. It was an all-guy crew today, with the exception of Michelle. So thank you all for coming in, explaining what's going on in the Penn's Manor District.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having us.
All right, make them take you for donuts before you go home. All right, go home, take a test,
We're all
whatever it
game
is
for
that
that.
you do next. All right, fellas.
Thanks
It's
a lot.
Indiana in the morning.